Today is day 287 of the year of streaming and learning to code. We are continuing on with project number 3, Coin Toss. We have the foundation of our code laid out. We've got HTML, some basic CSS, and the initial random function for the coin toss. So, with that said, we can yet again revisit sort of the general overview. Pretty straightforward. We are indeed tossing a coin. Shocking, I know. It's a bit of a mystery. No one really knew what was going to happen with the coin toss project, except for very few with outstanding insight. So, coin tossy goodness. This is where we're headed. And this. Yeah, some of that. Right here, hopefully. Ta-da! Also, I got the GitHub fiasco dealt with. We were able to. We struggled pushing towards the end of the stream, pushing or committing and pushing one of those, whatever the proper order is, towards the end of the cat. He snuck up. Just again, eye patch mic. Usually we can see her, but she just landed on her thumb. Look at you. What are we doing? Anyways, we solved our GitHub crisis last night. Got everything sorted out. Pushed it shortly after the stream. Everything seems to be mostly copacetic, right? So, damn, left, not right, left. Coin toss. Tiny Cat, you are indeed in the way. Yeah, look at you. We've got kind of a short stream. We had a rather long day outside of the house. A busy Sunday indeed. So we've got, or no, not Sunday, busy Saturday. Wow, why are you right here? You are invading the personal space like there's no tomorrow. Let's have you there, cat. And we will just try our best to work around you. Alright, so things Steven would do when faced with a small amount of time trying to make new code. First guess is there would probably be a lot of tears. Let's see if we can get past that point and do something slightly more productive than weep away the little bit of time we have. Coin toss. Statistically, which side of the coin is best? I want to say tails. I believe it is heads. Obviously, it's 50-50% in the sense of the program here. However, I do believe, in all reality, I think there's, if you were to like split it perfectly down the middle, I think there is more mass on the head side of a coin at like a US quarter. So that's a thing. Even though it's very, very close to 50, I think if you were to look at that tiny percentage difference, it would be leaning towards the head side, if I'm not mistaken, from my little bit of trivia. But anywho, I prefer the tail side because it's got the eagle on that side versus balding old guy, you know? That's not exactly as fun as an eagle when you're a tiny young person on the playground finding coins and flipping them for joy. Alright. So, Yuri 5 where uptime, we need to get that set up. We need to do so many things. It's only been minutes, briefly. We're still in the beginning stages of our yammering. It's been 4 minutes and 44 seconds on the dot. So, very, very beginning stages of this. Despite it being a shorter stream. So, aside from our crazy rantings, we've got our potential coin toss. We'll do a few more. Heads. We are good at losing. Tails. Hey, we won that time. Shocking. So, this is where we're at now, though. Ta-da! Not as cool looking. Not as cool looking. Alright. Yuri 5, where, this better be a 48-hour stream. Not tonight. Probably more like a 48-minute stream. That would be definitely closer to what I envision it to be. Hopefully it's even shorter than 48 minutes. After a needlessly long day, running errands, family dinners, and whatnot, we are looking to make quick, concise progress. So, with that said, we should actually code something instead of ramble. Where did we leave off? We set up this all last night. We need our buttons to do something. We should set up an event listener, and look for or listen for a click. Or we could do some more CSS nonsense. Tough call. Let's do the event listener, shall we? I think that would be a good thing to set up for both heads and tails. Let's try our best. So, what would one want to do? We've got two buttons, heads and tails. We're trying to take the text of it. Would that be the value? Or I'd need to give it value to reference it, wouldn't I? I wouldn't just be able to take the text from it, because before we had an input field. Input. I know this isn't perfect, but input something or other. Input followed by, what did we do? Tiny cat, you are resting up against the webcam. We can all see it. Oh my god, cell phone's moving. You are absolutely in the way, and you're moving everything. Oh my god, kitty crisis. Sorry, she's just, we're not doing this. Since we're going to be doing a short stream, we need to optimize our time. Kittyectomy. 1, 2, 3. Team effort. Oh my god, so many toes. There you go, little cat. Ugh. Okay, what were we doing? Fury 5, where will you be making a blackjack game after this? That's a great question. Let's find out. What are we making on the horizon of the projects that Topher set up for us? Project number 4 is... Magic 8-Ball Generator. Do we have any blackjack type game? Something about a deck of cards. So card themed. Little Kitty, I love you. You're fascinating. And you're super, super fuzzy. And scratches are great. We can definitely cuddle some more some later and snuggle, but you're really not great for productivity. We're just gonna set you. Oh, look at that. Right on the bed. Okay. Good. Holy hell. What we need to do is get one of those damn proximity necklaces for little kitty. That way at the edge of the bed she's confined to that space. And then zzz. I don't necessarily want it to zap her. Maybe just like a vibrate. Or a speaker that barks. I think that would confuse her enough to keep her on the bed. Speaking of being confused, we are trying to set up our click event, and I kind of want to open our project sort of how we referenced the math.random from the last project. I want to reference our click events again. So, So 5 more streams later. Whoa, wait. What a cute kitty. Yes, indeed, she is adorable and destructive. Don't let her cuteness fool you. She is a furry destroyer of worlds. Deck of cards is a good extension to it after. Good. So 5 more streams later, fingers crossed you can code that fast. Ah! Yeah, that's not going to happen. C-selectomy. Yeah, he knows what's up. Last project took about 5 streams, so maybe 25 more streams. Exactly. If we were to get rid of Kitty, and if I weren't to be clueless, maybe 6 or 7 streams, but with those 2 factors, time is not on our side. I swear to the coding gods, little kitty, you will be sleeping in the hallway for the next month. On the bed. Princess, on the bed. Oh my god, you're clicking things. My fingers are not for your pleasure, tiny cat. They are tools of productivity, and they need to be focused on the task at hand. Damn it. We are losing seconds per stream. Also, you moved the camera. I know you did. No, she didn't. I'm just crazy. Oh dear God. Been like 10 minutes of frustration with 0 coding. Oh, we're gonna have a brain aneurysm. I know we are. You know what? Screw it. Just pretend the cat isn't here. Pretend the cat. No. Not when you're sitting on the escape key. We tried. Stop. Okay, just bear with me. People of Earth. Bear with me. Happy thoughts, Stephen. Happy thoughts. Event listener. Add event something. Get element by ID. We're going to do all that. We're going to do all that. We're going to find one of our last projects. Open. Something about document stuff. Number game and JavaScript. Beautiful. Beautiful. So, click event. That was inside submit guess. Maybe we need to set it up inside a new function separate from our random function. I think we should do that. That would be a wise choice. Maybe have an if statement. I get the feeling it will be freakishly similar to all of this that we did before. Now, wow, cat, really? This is what we're doing? The only way to explain this is with... Okay, that's just... You see this? You see this? This? Yeah. Cat, you are beyond ridiculous. This is what I'm dealing with right now. He's just cleaning orifices on the keyboard, on the escape key, while I'm trying to work. This is the hell I'm dealing with. Yuri 5, where no one is bothered by it except you. Of course. Of course not. Although she's not sitting on anyone else's desk. They're not trying to be productive with small amounts of stream time. Okay, what are we trying to achieve? We are trying to do something very similar to this. What did we do? So this, not event prevent. We don't need to worry about... Oh, wait. We don't need to have a form. When we oh, wait, hold on. What if we did put it in a form? Every time we click on it, it would reset the page by default, and it would change it. That's interesting. Last time we were trying to prevent that with guessing the random number, because we'd want to keep the number, and after each guess we'd want that number to stay. But now when we click on a new coin, like so, see that, it should be changing. So now is it heads or tails? We click on it, and now it changes. Now is it heads or tails? And we keep guessing. So we could put it in a form to prompt it to reset itself. I'm just trying to think, because since we did in the last one for Number Guesser, the event prevent default, we also had to set up this following bit when it equaled one thing or another, then do window location reload to refresh it, where it would call random again and change out the number. So we've got a couple different options. I'm sure there's even more. We could even call it where it just runs the function again and changes the number. I kind of like the form idea, though. Fascinating. Anyways, so we'll figure that bit out. We should set up a function, which is, we can even call it submit guess. Pick a side. We'll call it pick a side. Oh my god, your tail. Happy thoughts, Steven. Happy thoughts. You are just ridiculous, little kitty. You're so damn cute. So hard to stay frustrated at her. So, functiony goodness. Function. Pick. Side. We'll just do pick side. So, pick side. Lee da dee da dee da dee la da 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 la da da dee da dee da. What do we want to do? From here, we should do the following. Blankety blank equals blah. Instinctively, we never finished setting up the HTML stuff, where I wanted to do value. I'm not sure if it's going to... Oh god, our nose. We're gonna explode. Brace yourselves, children. Oh, wait. Maybe we don't have to sneeze. I thought we had to. Damn, I can feel it. Now it's trapped in here, like the rest of my confusion. Now there's wrong answers and sneeze trapped in my face. Can you believe that? What a tragic ending to a Saturday night. Confused sneezes stuck in your head. Well, that's the life Stephen lives. Heads, not heads, just tail? Is it wrong to call it tail? The tail side? No, we'll make it heads. We'll make it heads. We can somewhat differentiate these. I'm trying to find a way with looking at them how I can tell the difference, just for some consistency purposes. So for IDs, they'll all be lowercase. For value, they'll be capital letters and then lowercase, right? Capital T, then lowercase. A lot of fur on my tongue. That's not... Little kitty, I blame you. And then all capitals for the text of the button. I don't know if that's normal to try and match up sort of font styling or whatever that would be called. But it just seems to make more sense in my mind. That way when I go to reference it in JavaScript, I can look for, you know, document get blah 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 by ID, and I'll know ID, the wrong format, but in general, ID will be all lowercase heads. Or if I ever need to do something, dot value, even though it'd be looking for it, but if I ever needed to specify it, I would know it would be heads, like so. Or text. You get the point that I'm trying to make. Let's get rid of that. So pick a side. We need to do an event listener type thing. From here, variable document get element by ID. Yes. The event listener occurs outside of the function and it calls submit guess. We need to set up all of this goodness beforehand before we set up our actual event listener. That makes sense. That makes sense. So I want to do the following then, where we set up event prevent default later. I kind of want to add the form. Do I need input equals? I don't remember when I put that in. I think that was out of confusion, rambling, and trying to make a point. However, probably a crappy point. Here we have form. And we're going to try to utilize form or leverage form's default ability where it refreshes the page after every time the document is submitted. And since we have two buttons, both should submit and it should refresh after each click, which I'm fine with. Yeah, we'll be good. We'll be good. Form. I give it an ID. I don't think I need to. I could, but I'm not going to right now. We'll save that for the future. We're gonna live dangerously. Command save. So, from here, what can we actually utilize? This. Guess. Toss. Pick. It will be pick EL. That's what it'll be. It'll be pick EL. And it will be get element by button. What are we gonna do? There's two buttons. Oh, this is bad. Well, no. No, we can do that, or... Not the... Oh, we shouldn't be doing it here. Shouldn't be doing it here. Undo. Undo. Here's where we want to do it. Variable. Pick. Event listener. Equals. Document. Dot. Get. Good, 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 good. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Sort of our first barrier of confusion we were dealing with. Now, get element by ID. One, two. God, I hope that works. Heads or tails. You think that's wrong to have the or there? I do. See, I don't think it would be get this or that. I think copy, it would be that, or tails. You know, maybe, maybe not. I think this is more conducive to what is actually occurring in my mind. Pick that equals this or that. Yeah. Versus cramming both inside like this. Both seem stupid, but if I were to do it, if I were to commit to being dumb, I think I'd want to do it this, where it's a bit more official. Let's keep digging, shall we? Our nose is hella itchy. Little kitty, I blame you. All the frustration and fur flying through the air. We don't need to worry about event prevent default if blah 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 equals blank reload. Again, form will solve our problem when we go to submit it. Returned. Do we need to return anything? We do. We need to return when it's correct. We need to start collecting these stats. Here, briefly reflect on the beginning instructions. Coin toss. Allow the user to guess heads or tails. Tell them if they pick correctly. Display statistics on their selection. Specifications. Your HTML page should include a button for heads and a button for tails. The user should be able to select either heads or tails, and when they click one of the buttons, you will display whether they selected correctly or not. If the user has played at least once, display their winning statistics, total number of games, average win rate, number of times selected, heads and tails, and number of wins, heads and tails, for example. Heads blah 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 blah, tails blah 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 blah. Overall win rate, hint, that's how you get overall win rate, good good good. Extra credit, make the awesome chart via Google Charts, and if there's time, add in some animations. Now, here is our guide. Let's refresh once more. 3 heads, boom, beautiful. Failure out of the gate like so. Now we'll do tails. We got 1 and 1 with the awesome graph. So what occurred? What did we change that's different from ours? Let's save all 3. HTML, save. Heads, value, tails, good. CSS, save. Nothing new on the CSS front, followed by random console blank. Should have something. Variable. I almost feel like that should be inside an if statement. You know? It will equal that or that. I just feel like this is terrible. This is terribly flawed. It should be if something occurs, do the following blank else. Or else if. Both are good. Or else if. Then blah. Yeah. I still think I have some things out of order in general. But I think I'm starting to fall in the right direction. Damn. Yeah, so if blank, if the value... And what would I do to find the value again? Yes equals blank value. So if document blah value was a way to simplify it. Oh, I could just make it a variable. That would simplify it. Variable. Hold on. The issue is that I'm dealing with two different buttons, not one button. Everything I set up in the last JavaScript file was for a one-button universe. Now I'm juggling two to get different things. If yes ID equals blank, do that. But my concern is that I've got a totally separate button over here. It's almost like I could have two different functions. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe it should be, instead of pick a side, maybe it should be picked heads, and then have another function. Copy. Heads. Variable. Heads. Equals blah. I guess that would make more sense. You don't really need the value at that point. And then, new function. Picked tails. Maybe these should be in an if else statement. Let's check our phone. Again, little kitty's been napping on the desk, so usually we've got our phone next to us, and although we're slow at reading the chat anyways, now we're even slower because the keyboard's here, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But yes, we're slow and terrible in general. Now, we do have two... Again, it's almost like they're two separate events. Hey, Langley. Okay. Deselect me. Confused. Oh, I guess we've missed chat for a little while. Why are you using or that way? Because I was trying to determine when the ID or the value for the button was selected. Either heads was selected or the tails button selection was clicked on. Kind of like when we submitted in the number guessing game for the submit guess. After all of submit guess, there was the event listener. And that's what I'm trying to set up here, is the event listener to send the data to the statistics. When I click heads, ta-da, it updates stuff. When I click tails, it updates stuff. So I wanted to get to the event listener. Before I could get to the event listener, I needed to set up the function. And I knew I needed to check, like, the value. Before we were checking the input field. You know, if we guessed for number 4, we'd enter in 4, and then it would take that value and it would compare it to the random number and all that goodness and pull that. But now I need to get the value of the button that I'm selecting, heads or tails. And since both can happen at the same time, I was trying to put it in one with an or, but I started realizing that's all kinds of strange. And now I'm realizing they could almost function as two separate functions. I don't know if that's good or bad practice. Why use OR that way? Well, I can think of a reason, but I don't think that's its purpose. Does anyone remember what OR evaluates as false? Nil, 0, or an empty string? Can't remember. But that's a good question. If the conditional, which uses OR, is false, the assigned variable will be false. If the conditional, which uses OR, is false, the assigned variable will be false. Oh, that's how it would have executed in my confusing code with the OR statement. Fascinating. Good to know. Thank you for clarifying that, Langley. Langley, I see. Select me. Function should be set up second. Oh, God. Function should be set up second. Event listener first. Make sure your events are working first before adding logic to them. Interesting. So I'm going about this all wrong. Fascinating. This is more closer to 6061 of the number guesser than line 43. Well, I'm glad we've got that open to reference, so we can look at that. So line 43 is what I've been looking at. Not quite what we want. Okay, and definitely the event listener. So I could have just set up the two, or two events. I can have a heads event and a tails event. Or an if statement juggling what's actually getting processed. But I like that. Good to know. There should be two event listeners, one for each button. I agree, and that's what I was envisioning. You potentially don't need the value of the button. Does that mean I'd just be able to reference the text of the button? Because I've got three separate... Maybe I don't even need to reference the text. That's why he gave it all three, an ID, a value, and the text. So it could... We'd be able to pull from any direction, if need be. But we will indeed do that. Let's not worry about the functions for now. Chances are those are wrong and will need to be adjusted and dealt with later, so we'll comment that out. And let's go ahead up and set the click events. This will be variable event listener heads event listener equals add click event, right? Like just out of the gates. No, it's not. It's document get element by ID button. Oh yeah, get element by ID, and we've got two separate IDs, one for each button, heads and tails. I was thinking of just the element, which it is a button element. Both are. You know what I'm talking about. You know I'm crazy. So there's that. Yeah, let's take that goodness and smash this over here. We'll set up our second one. We should have finished our first, I know, but Steven's mindless and constantly wandering. Tails. And IDs are all lowercase. See, we remember. We remember. Heads. Again. IDs. All lowercase. The value has a capital, then lowercase, and then the button text is, or the text content is all capital. That way we can keep our shit together. At least as best as possible. Continuing on, so this would be heads, EL, add event listener, click, Emit gas. True. True or false? What's actually occurring with the true and false? I feel the true is comforting, but there have been a handful of examples I've seen, not regarding this specific one, but in general, where I see false and it seems like it still runs accordingly. I don't know what that is all about. Langley, you potentially do not need the value button. You could reference the text of the button, but you don't need to. Langley, you know which button is being pressed, as there is a specific event listener on each button. Can anyone recommend me, Zero Love, hey, can anyone recommend me a form application that perhaps uses Node.js? I was trying to build one from scratch, but my friend wants a forum ASAP. E.g., example, if you pressed heads, it goes down one path. If you press tails, it goes down another. I'm totally down for that to happen. Dear Love, look at Node BB. Have you used it before? No, but it's the largest one. My version of the project, coin toss. I was looking at it, having problems using it with Vagrant. However, this was a SaaS model. Good times. Cecil will be sure to check yours out as we wrap up ours. Again, we were trying to do a shorter stream tonight. Basically, once we get these buttons functioning, the event listeners, I think we're probably going to call it quits. Somewhat soul crushing, but we had a long day. And all we're looking for is even the smallest amount of progress. So, with that said, EL, hold the phone. Oh god, we're changing the wrong one. Changing the wrong code. Bad Steven. Bad Steven. Okay. This will be our template. This will be heads EL dot add event listener followed by click event from, we'll need to continue setting it up, but picked heads followed by, I can only assume true, because that just makes sense. Just kind of instinctively, I think it should be true. I'm sure we could set it up where it still functions if we set that to false, but who needs to deal with that noise, right? Here we go, here we go. Tails EL dot add listener dot get element IID. Look at that, it does a whole thing. Tails. Okay. Oh crap, not tails. We totally misread that. Oh my god, what a noob. You forgetful son of a... God, we're not doing get element. I was looking at the line above. I should have been looking 2 lines above. Good god. It's gonna take us forever to figure this nightmare out. Click. Picked. Tails. Followed by true. Good time. Save. Alright. Looking at it, having problems using, however, blank, C-select me switches with only one conditional. I did this during yesterday's stream in like 25 minutes. Cool, cool. And with that said, that's about as much progress as we're going to... Is that fine if I do that? Yeah. Let's save. No, 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 let's go a little bit. I want to keep making more progress, but I know I need to call it quits. We should look at Cecil's instead of trying to piece this nightmare together. Let's check out what Cecil did. That might be enlightening. And then we'll just call it quits. Yeah, that's what we'll do. I like that plan. Let's save what we did. Oh, and we have to commit and push. Yeah, we've got all kinds of nonsense ahead of us. So let's go ahead and deal with all of that. Close that. Beautiful, beautiful. Refresh. Well, it is indeed a thing. When we click on them, we can see it refreshing. Watch this. View. Developer. JavaScript console. Reference error picked heads is not defined. Ah, right. Don't mind that. That's simply referring to the fact that you don't quite have the functions fully developed yet. We will. We can even remove this and then comment these out. 1 and 2 and save. Refresh. So heads, nice. We clicked heads, nothing happens. We hit tails. We can keep clicking tails. See, and you can see that it refreshes with the different sides of the coin, bouncing between heads and tails as we keep clicking through. So fascinating. Good times. So there is some general functionality. Beautiful, beautiful. That's all saved. Let's go over to Twitch chat, check out Cecil's code, then we'll push our code and land this bird. And that will be the conclusion of day 287. Good God, 287 days. I did not think I would have a day 287 when I started this journey at the beginning of the year. Here is Cecil's code. Hey, look at that. Statistically, which side of the coin is best? We click heads. You picked heads. The coin landed on heads. Overall win rate 100%. Look at that. Let's try tails. And you picked tails and the coin landed on tails. Overall win rate 100%. 2 for 2. Ending on a high note. That's the highlight of the stream. Good times. I like your version of the game, Cecil. I'm able to win at your version of the game. Topher's games, somehow they're set up where I lose continuously. I only win on occasion if all the stars in the universe align. And if Little Kitty's sleeping. Close. Well, that's tons of fun. Good to know. We're getting there. We're getting there. Let's push this nightmare to GitHub. We've got the following. Beautiful, beautiful. Let's crack that open. OBS. Awaken the Kraken. Good, good, good. Beautiful, beautiful. Alright, what did we do? Today we did some JS stuff. Description. Added click events. Added... Well, technically we added event listeners. Four clicks. Cool. Commit. And push. Hanging on. Resolving details. Good, good times. Getting rid of that. Checking out ours. Where do we need to look? Over yonder. And boom. Coin toss. Ta-da, 35 seconds ago. HTML and JavaScript have been updated successfully. Hot damn. Let's go ahead and back out to OBS. That means we are ready to stop the stream. Day, what is it? Day 287 comes to an end. Today we had Yuri 5ware, C-Selectomy, or Wiry? Yeah, maybe it's Wiry 5ware. One of those. 5ware, C-Selectomy, Langley UK, and Zero Love. Also, thank you to anyone else who accidentally stumbled in here to view the stream. Any and all views are greatly, greatly appreciated. Thank you to everyone for guidance, suggestions, tips, and tricks, and all that good stuff. Day 287 comes to an end. The adventure continues tomorrow with day 288 of the Year of Streaming and Learning to Code. In the meantime, are you sure you want to stop the stream? Hell yeah. Kill it!